Welcome, Libra, to your mid-month reading for April. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you at the mid-month. This reading is going to take place from the 15th through the 23rd. Okay, let's see what's going on with beautiful Libra. Message for Libra, please. That's a message for, oh, already coming out. Talking about a lot of creativity going on around you, my friends. I do like that. Okay. Let's get another card and see what's going on. Clarify on this card, please. Seems like a lot of sense of hope and understanding also coming out in this situation. We do have the Ace of Swords talking about that clarity and seeing clarity. There is definitely some kind of new understanding going on around you, but I also feel like there's a lot of creativity where this new understanding is coming in. So you might even be feeling like a very creative force right now in the mid-month, being able to get things done. Really nice. You know, we just had the pink moon not too long ago, so you might have felt like you were kind of wearing a little bit of rose-colored glasses there for a while. You know, really imagining things and trying to get things done. So I do like that, you know, it feels like now you're going to take that creativity and actually put it to action. Really thinking sensible over here about the situation. Really getting things balanced out. If you have any kind of diplomatic, you know, things that need to go on, it just feels like through communication, there's this like kind of diplomatic side that you can get things done, having a better perspective about the situation. It's very good. Okay, let's clarify on the Queen of Wands, see what's going on. It feels like giving and a lot of give and take, but it also feels like, once again, that diplomatic reasoning that's coming through also feels like there is a lot of exchange going on. It doesn't feel like just, you know, I'm just going to give to you. It feels like there's actually some kind of connection going on to where you feel like they can give back to you exactly what you have been talking about. So, you know, from a communicative side over here, it doesn't feel like they're holding back. Everything is kind of coming towards you, you know, and bargaining skills as well. So it does feel like if you're going to any kind of yard sale or anything, you're going to have a very good creative way of bargaining, doing things of this nature during the mid-month. So if you do want to bargain in anything or looking for that great sale, or, you know, trying to talk people down into doing something, you're going to be able to have that, you know, that kind of equipped within you at this time because of the creativity. Huh. It's kind of like I can bargain all kinds of stuff right now. Very nice. Having the inner strength coming out. And there's all this kind of inner strength and, you know, being very courageous about the situation. So it's pretty much what it's saying is, I know I can get this done. You know, if I bargain this, I have this kind of bargain ship going on within myself. And I have this sure shot kind of feeling that, you know, I can get everything done. So there is this strength over here that's saying, I'm willing to take this, I'm willing to take that, but I know how to, you know, do what I need to do and get this stuff done. So PowerPoints, if you're selling anything in your job, you're really going to make a lot of compensation this month. You know, you sell those cars, you're going to make a lot of good money, right? Wheeling and dealing. And if you're dealing with wheelers and dealers, you're going to be able to wheel and deal with them, being able to, you know, to make them come down to see it kind of your way. Right, which is very good. Yep, having this better understanding. You have the Tower over here with the Victory. Conquering anything that feels like it's overwhelming this month. Wow. So then, there it is. Hey, you know, you want to try to overwhelm me with this certain kind of situation? Don't worry about it because I have the conquering tools. So it's almost like you have these resources within you at this month that are keeping you kind of on top of the situation, which, keeps you actually going strong and making you kind of number one. I wouldn't want to argue with you at this time, right? If anybody wants to come in to argue, they're not going to win. Wow. So there's going to be a lot of compromises going on around you. And like I said, it could also be because you feel like you kind of have this kind of rose-colored glasses going around. It's kind of floating around. That's just, like I said, from the creativity. Um, so they may even say, well, I think you're a little out there right now, Libra. I think but what's so funny is like they can sit there and say you're a little out there. I don't think that's going to happen. But then in the end, you're going to come in with this compromise in the way you see things and the way it's projected. They're definitely going to see it your way. you know. So the square off, no matter what, is going to be beautiful. So they can sit over here and be like, they're crazy. I'm not going to do that. Really? Because then when I counter offer whatever I'm doing, they're going to take it. So who's crazy now? Yeah. Showing that you're not going to back down to what you know is right, what you feel is right, what you know is right. Absolutely. So they have no way of doing anything except for you getting exactly what you pretty much are bargaining for. Look, you know deep down inside that if you're buying a car or something, they're trying to rob you. So it's almost like Libra, you're almost conning the con man. But diplomatically. Interesting, right? Interesting. But that's just because you actually know what you're talking about. So this will lead you actually into some kind of power with the strength card over here, this overwhelming power. So they might even want to try to make whatever the situation into a power struggle, but you win in the outcome. So this is going to lead to the harmony, that you're seeking from this situation, no matter what the situation is, right? Because you're going to balance out the situation, right? So that way you can get back to where you need to be. So it could even be extreme measures. When we have the tower over here with the conquering card, it can show this might feel like extreme measures, right? Going to the extreme. And like I said, that could be where they're saying, Libra, you're kind of crazy. You're kind of crazy right now. But it's kind of funny because if they think you're crazy, then why are they focused on on what you are saying? So no matter what, you're going to get their attention, and definitely going to get their attention. Because no matter what, they can't do anything in the end to not see it your way. So it could shake things up also with the tower. You could see it shaking things up. It shakes them up. And that's because a lot of times they don't want to take that offer or they don't want you to be right, however the situation is. So just remember that there's going to be fairness to this, because no matter what, you're Libra, so you're going to have a balance of fairness. So you're seeing it fair because in a lot of ways, a lot of people want to take advantage, right? Absolutely. Yeah, because there's success in what you want, which is the Ace of Cups. So you're saying, yeah, but it's fair to me, but I will get what I want in the end. And it says, yeah, you're going to get your blessings because you're seeing it, the way you want to see it. And you're filling that cup. But that cup is not, it's just not exactly what they want. But you know what? It's funny because if you're buying a car, they sure as hell want that money, right? And so in the end, they win anyways because they sold that car. Especially if they've been trying to sell it for a long time. That's what's so crazy. If you're buying something that's been on the market for a long time, my friends, they're actually very happy. The only reason is because they're being greedy and trying to, con their way out of something. Yeah, because look, in the end, it doesn't show you're being greedy or obsessive or excessive on anything. Like I said, you just kind of are seeing it from a different point of view about the situation. No bad deals. See, they're trying to con you to make you believe that there's just some kind of bad deal excuse me, but you know for a fact, Libra, this is no bad deal. You're giving them exactly what they need. You might even be giving them a little extra because you know, hey, you know what? Maybe you read the Kelly Blue book over here and you said, you know what? You're BNSing me. I don't care if you put a new stereo. That's not my problem. You know. Because look, in the end, everybody knows the Kelly Blue Book comes down to what the Kelly Blue Book is. It doesn't matter, you know, in a lot of ways, whether it has new rims or if it has a new stereo. That's not the problem, right? Now, if you want to give extra and you say, okay, well, you know what, I'll throw in $400 extra because you put on all this new stuff to make it look amazing, you know, that's where the magic happens. And that's where they're saying, oh, okay. That's where you're taking, you know, action to actually get them to do what you want them to do, because you're, you know, man, you're almost a good car salesman yourself. That's what's going on. You know, and if, like I said, if you are selling something, boy, are you going to be compensated from that? Yeah, because what they're saying is, I didn't think that you were going to even care about what I was going to do. I thought you were going to neglect the fact of the situation. And remember, guys, if you're not buying a car, and I think everybody knows what their situation is, just throw that away. Yeah, I just see that somebody's really trying to wheel and deal a car over here or something that they really want, and this person's really trying to take advantage. But you know what it is that's going on. But however it is, they thought you were going to neglect the situation, you know, to the point, you know, of not seeing anything that they have. And you're saying, no, I didn't do that. No, I see what you do. It's just that, you know, I'm weighing pros and cons over here. I'm balancing out the situation for you. See, because you're trying to con me out of something, you know, and I already wore my rose-colored glasses to the situation of how things were going to be, and then I used my logical thinking. Because really, the rose-colored glasses just brought in all the creativity. Yeah. So no matter what the situation is, they definitely want to message you and tell you, you know, that this is exactly how it's going to be. If you guys are buying a new house or renting a new home, you're going to get, or selling your home. However it is, my friends, whatever is going on over here, you're definitely getting what you deserve and getting out of it what you need. Because remember, you are conquering the situation. And I really do believe that somebody is trying to, yes, be greedy about the situation, holding tight to the situation, totally being greedy, and you're saying, oh, but that's just not going to happen. You either want to sell this or you don't. I mean, look, if they've got a car that's been sitting on the lot for 6 months, everybody in the world knows that's a long time for a car to be sitting on the lot. Do you want to sell that, or do you want to sit over here and try to take everybody, you know, the more it sits there, the older it's getting. You know, how old do you want this car to be before somebody buys it, you know? Unless it's some beautiful, you know, 1957, you know, Chevy or something, you know what I mean? Come on now. But, yeah, so that's what you're telling them. They're saying, well, you know, look, they're not 100% in love with your idea. They're not going to be. But they love it enough to where, yeah, to where it makes a peace offering. Yeah. And then there's just this determination to want to continue to keep moving because you know you're on this, you know, you're on this sideshow over here that's just going. Your footing is exactly where it needs to be, and your stability is very good. So you're just growing and learning as you're going as well. And this, you know, let this just honoring your emotions underneath this and really knowing to trust your intuition to lead you, you know, to where you need to go to be able to take action, and really having this beautiful balance and understanding and making others balanced and understanding as well. Like I said, they might not be in love with the situation because, hey guys, for a lot of you, they're trying to rob you. Plain and simple. Right? They're trying to get way more than what something's worth or something. Right? Or you're renting a house and they don't want to take care of the old carpet or something. They're going to end up seeing it your way. You know, especially if you have young children or something. Because the debating that you have going on is the overall win. And, you know, Libras are great debaters. So when it comes down to certain situations, once you actually take the action and really get down in there, it's an air quality of speaking, you know, great communication. So, and they definitely will be seeing that. And then it's just going to give you the progression to keep moving towards other things that you commit yourself to and really keeping that, you know, commitments open. And, you know, if you have any contracts or anything that are going on, yes, you're going to move towards those contracts, right? You want to get that done before, kind of like timing is over, you don't want to make them think too much about what they're doing, right? Because you have to be swift. Because if you're dealing with some kind of con man or somebody who really wants something else out of it, don't give them time to think. Oh my gosh, right? So you're going to move right. You want to do it while the Wheel of Fortune's still open, so that way you get exactly what you want, so you can move forward. So that way, the transaction is done. The transition and the transaction is done, and done quick. Because if you give a con man time to think, we're all in trouble, right? Because then they can come back and try to counteract that. But maybe you guys are doing some kind of, it's actually what it reminds me of. You guys are doing some kind of Star Wars, the Force. You will give it to me this way. Yes, Obi-Wan, I will. So you guys are like using the Force over here. And you really want to make that quick. So guys, when you know that you're doing something this month and you're on a roll and you're like, yeah, they're doing this and they're doing that, make sure to sign those contracts fast before you kind of lose the force over here. Because for some reason you're in force mode. It's just the way it is. Okay, so keep that balance and keep that edge going, because you don't want it to start switching around. I would assume that it's going to last probably for the rest of the month. Usually when you have any kind of energy like this, it usually isn't just mid-month. It usually goes into the end of the month when you know that the end of the month is coming. But I don't know how long I would want that to wait. I want to sign those contracts and stuff as soon as possible. As soon as that deal comes through, that's a good deal. You're like, excuse me, I'd like to have my paperwork. I'd like to have my paperwork right now, so that they don't think about, oh, well, but then, nah. Yeah, because words are words. Things that are written get done. That way they can't come back and say, well, no, contract's done. I've seen that too. In life, we always have these things, right? Especially when you're not buying from just a dealership. When you get into a dealership, it's different. But if you're actually buying something from someone, you don't want them to come back and be like, well, I did put this new, $2,000, Dolby stereo in this car. And it's like, nobody gives a crap. You know what I mean? Because you should have already said that a long time ago. So wheeling and dealing over here, you guys. You guys are doing awesome. Okay? And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.